Hey y'all, welcome to today's video. So I thought that I would just come out here today to show you a little bit of progress that we've got going on my garden expansion. I'm gonna stand here in the shade so that I can talk to you guys for just a second without squinting. But we put some stakes down today to kind of measure off where we want to put our big wooden corner posts and where we want to put our metal T-posts. So we got that part done, and my sister and brother-in-law are on their way here. They're hopefully going to be here this evening. Today's Memorial Day. And the plan is to hopefully tomorrow morning get out here and start working on getting the fencing put up. I'm hoping that we can get all that done tomorrow so that at least my current garden is fenced back in. And then after that, we'll put the landscape fabric down once we get the fencing up. So the main thing is to get the fence up, and there's chances of rain like all this entire week. Like today was a good day, and then like tomorrow afternoon there's chances of rain, Wednesday afternoon there's chances of rain, I think pretty much the rest of the week. So we are gonna cross our fingers and see what all that we can get done. But I'm hopeful that we got these stakes in, that will make that much quicker because the measuring's been done. All we got to do is just go around, put the posts in the ground, and then put the fence up. So let's go take a peek and see what we got done today. Okay, so this is what my current garden is looking like, and we are going to be expanding this quite a bunch. And I just wanted to show you kind of what we got done today as far as putting in the stakes of kind of where we want the posts to be done. So we have 5 wooden posts, and they are going to be going in where the taller stakes are at. And then we have T-posts that are going to go in like the metal T-post where these shorter stakes are, like right here and here. So right down here, we have a taller stake. So we are going to put in a wooden stake here and then back there. And then we are going to go down and put a wooden stake in that corner, and then up here in this corner, as well as one right there in the middle. And then we're going to put the metal T-posts on either side, one here, one down there, and then we're going to put 2 of them, at least 2 on this side. And we could always add in a third if we need to. But that is what we are looking at as far as the garden expansion goes. So we are going to definitely be a lot bigger. So we got out here and kind of mowed this section off so that when we go to put the landscaping fabric down, it will be much easier because it'll be a lot less grass that we have to put it on. But it'll be nice to get these stakes done. So we'll kind of walk along the side here and get kind of a bigger view of the garden area that is soon to come. Of course, I don't have all the garden beds yet. I do have 4 big garden beds. I have 4 smaller ones. Plus I have stuff to do some trellising. And my thoughts is to probably come over like a couple feet at least, give myself a couple feet of a walkway, maybe 2.5 feet. And then I want to put my trellising up and down this way. And then I'll put like a bed here, and then I'll have my trellising, and then I'll have a bed on this side. So I'm hoping to do my cattle panel trellising probably this direction. And I was out here like as of noon, and it's all sunny. Like all this area gets sun at least from noon on. So I think this will be this best spot to put the cattle panel trellising, because that way it won't shade out the rest of my garden because the sun is setting down on the western side. And I have my big tall tomatoes that grow on that side of the garden. So that's my plan, is to hopefully probably do the trellising here. I could always go this direction and put it along long ways, which was my original thoughts, but I'm afraid that if I do that this back side of the bed won't get as much sun. But I don't know. Right now the sun honestly is like right overhead, so it might still. So I'm not sure yet. I haven't fully committed on where I'm gonna put my cattle panel trellising, but this is what we are looking at so far. But yeah, we measured everything out today so that hopefully tomorrow we can come out and just pound out those posts in the ground, and then we're gonna unwind that fencing from that post and pull it back. And that's why we measured kind of roughly where that would end, and that first metal post has got to, or not metal post, but wooden post has got to go right in there to catch that fencing that we're gonna roll back. And then we'll just come on and come all the way around. And I think I'll have fencing left over because I think I have 100 foot of fence. And I think we're probably only gonna need around 80 foot, I think, to finish everything up. I'm not 100% certain, but I think that it's gonna be from here on down. I think it's gonna be somewhere around 40 feet. So anyway, I'm super excited to get a whole lot more garden space, fenced off from the deer and the animals mostly. That way I can start growing more flowers, more things. I'm super excited about that trellising idea so that I can grow more squash and things that grow vertically. So super excited about that. Yay! So I thought I would just come on today, give you an update. Today is actually Memorial Day, and we are definitely going to be expanding this garden soon. As you can see, we are at max capacity in the garden. I don't have hardly any walkway down there between all the grow bags, and I don't really have any between here. I have one row of potato grow bags on the outside of this bed, and they are just like taken over. So we definitely have got to get some of these potato grow bags and tomato grow bags moved to give us a little bit more space in the garden. But yeah, but we're excited about it. And here's a little update. Look at that nice broccoli head. I've got to watch these broccoli close because this bed right here of the Green Magic broccoli are getting definitely very close. And I have a feeling that they will grow big quickly, and I just want to make sure that they don't go too far and flower out. So, all right, guys. Well, I will be back maybe tomorrow. It's Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. It depends on when the rain sets in tomorrow, and we'll give you another update on how we're doing on the garden. All right, we got it done. We got all my fencing done this morning. We got the landscape fabric down, and I officially have more garden space. Yay, I am so happy. Now I can just put more grow bags in here, more beds. I'm gonna put my cattle panel trellising up, and I think I have decided, since I've been watching the sun the last couple days, I think I've decided where I'm gonna put it to where it won't get shaded out. But let's go inside and see what it looks like on the inside. It took us, probably a little under 4 hours to get it all done. So I am super excited that we managed to do it all in a day. Well, all in a morning, really, because we got on it. So now I scooted my tomatoes over a little bit to give myself a little more of a walkway through here. And here we are. So now I have just got to figure out where I want to put the beds and where I want to put the trellising. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it where the tunnel will be like this direction. So it'll be tunneled over like that. Because the sun is up above, and I think that will keep from mostly that side from getting shaded out. I think it'll be okay, and it won't shade out the rest of the garden being on the back side. So I think that is the plan. So these cattle panels, I think it will be a 12-foot tunnel is basically what it will be. So I've got to decide officially, and then I think I want to keep like where I could put grow bags along the side and then have a walkway, and then I'll have my 2-foot wide bed. So it may very well be that my tunnel is more out in this direction. So that's probably where it'll be. So I'm it may be close to where these panels are laying right now, because I want to have a walkway and then the 2-foot bed, and then I'll have a 2-foot bed on this side, and then I'll have space for more beds up here, and then obviously can throw grow bags in wherever. So anyway, slowly but surely I will work on getting more things in the garden. Probably not a whole lot this year. The only thing I am probably going to try to do is put together those 4 wooden, those smaller beds that are more squarish in style, and I may put them, still not 100% sure, but my thought is to kind of put them in this area, depending on if I can line all 4 of them up. That was my initial plan. If not, I may have to stagger them, and I could do 2 and 2. We'll have to see how big they are once we get them put together. But that's probably the only beds that I'll add in this year. I have 4 more Birdies raised beds that I'm going to put out that are going to be 6 foot by 4 foot. I think that's going to be the size that I'm going with. I could go 8 foot. I could go 8 foot by 4 foot, but I think I'm going to go 6 foot by 4 foot, and we'll see. But anyway, here we are. So this is now the view from my garden, the new view of my garden space. So I am super, super excited and super grateful for my brother-in-law coming along to help me do that. And I'm glad that we got it done in the morning, and now the rest of their time that they're here, they can just relax and do whatever they want. But he had a post hole, like a corkscrew kind of thing. I'm not sure what those are really called. So he just dug out those holes. Just probably in 20 minutes, he had all 5 holes for the wooden corner post done. And then I had my T-post driver that we used, and we just got her done. And then my dad went around and tied in, oh, and then he brought his staple gun. So he stapled all the wooden posts, the fence to that. And then my dad just went around then on with the T-post and tied those up. So yeah, so anyway, we'll go down here and look back just to kind of give you guys a view from side to side, kind of what it looks like. So yeah, so I've got a lot more space. So eventually, this is now just going to be a continued work in progress. And little by little, we'll add a little bit more here and there. And dirt is so expensive, so yeah, it's not going to happen all in one year for certain. But little by little, we will get this space filled up with more beds. And I want to be able to grow more flowers and things like that. So not only can I expand what I'm growing as far as vegetables go and how much, but I can expand and have more pretty things in the garden too. So I know I did my little video of my garden expansion already, but I had to come out here because I added one more feature that I hadn't got completed when I did my first little garden expansion video. So you can see it right over there. I have got my cattle panel trellis done. So we're gonna take a little peek at it, and we actually got that done this morning. So I'm super, super excited. And I realized, of course, I don't have any grow bags left. So I am gonna Amazon in some, and they're gonna be here in a couple days. And I'm gonna grow, I think, at least some cucumbers and maybe some type of squash if I have enough days left to be able to do that. But I know I can do some cucumbers. So this is where I decided to put my trellis. I'm super, super excited to get stuff grown up it. And my brother-in-law was such a huge help, not only with getting the fence, but also with helping me today to get this cattle panel trellising done, because you just need 2 people to do it, just because the cattle panels are a little hard to maneuver with just one person. But we got them done, and I'm so excited. So I left a gap on this side. So my thought is that I could have a 1 to 2 foot wide bed, and then I still would have a walkway on the outer edge, maybe even have spot for small grow bags. It's still along the quarter if I needed to. But that was my initial thought, was to grow on the outside of the trellis. This year, however, I may try growing in grow bags on the inside of the trellis. I'm not sure which direction I'm gonna go. I could always put, you know, maybe a foot wide bed. I don't even know if they come in 1 foot width. So I'm gonna have to look and see. But I don't wanna go too far out, or then it will get into my walkway. And I wanna be able to have a nice walkway down in there. So I really think I still may do the beds on the outside, but I could always do some grow bags on the inside of other stuff if I wanted to. But this is what she's looking like. So it's 3 cattle panels, so it's essentially right at about 12 foot of space. And we ended up just getting zip ties. We had like we started out with the metal fasteners, and it was a little awkward. And so I said, let me just run to Walmart and get some zip ties. And so that worked great, and we zip tied the panels together to give it some stability, and then we just started zip tying them to the actual T-posts. So I don't think that the wind will catch this and it will go anywhere. It is pretty sturdy. So anyway, but yay, I am super excited to get this done. So this is what it looks like on this side. Again, I went over about 6 feet from this fence. I went over 6 feet, and then I also went roughly over 6 feet this way. That way it would give me, you know, space if I wanted to put grow bags or another bed or something along the edges. I always could. But I know this is gonna be a while coming. I'm not gonna be able to get everything planted all out at once. That I know, because I don't have all of the beds yet. But we'll walk under the trellis, so I can touch the top of it. I'm 5 foot, so I don't know if this is maybe 6 foot. My dad was able to walk under it, but we'll walk under it. And I am so excited to have this little trellising space. I am just super excited to get stuff growing on it, and I can't wait to see what it looks like when I get some stuff growing. So I definitely am going to do cucumbers for sure, and I'll probably do a cucumber plant on either side on that first trellis. I don't know that I'll do more than 2. I don't know. We're going to see. But I definitely am going to do 1 plant on either side. That way it'll kind of hopefully grow up evenly. And then I'd like to maybe try like some either butternut or honey nut squash, but I don't know if I have enough time to grow in the season. We'll see. And then if I have enough time left in the season, I also might throw some loofah gourd in on that last trellis just for fun, because I have seeds for loofah gourd. So anyway, all right guys, well, this is the little update. I've got 4 of the big tall T-posts left, which I don't need them at this point, and I got a little bit of fencing left, and this part of the garden is so full. My potatoes, it's been raining a lot the last week and a half, and my potatoes have just been thriving. And I think that I'm going to harvest, I don't know, but I think I might harvest that broccoli head because it's looking pretty big and I don't want it to flower out on me. So I'm thinking about it. I also have one on this side too that is looking like a nice size. Kind of peek over there. Yeah, there without the shade. So that one's looking nice. I have one down in there that's kind of hidden under a leaf. I have a small one there. And then I think I have one down in there. It's not as big. This one over here is looking pretty good size, so I may look at getting that one. Let me see. Yeah, that one could still grow a little bit more. So, but that one there is looking pretty big too. So there's about probably 3 heads of broccoli that I probably need to harvest. So that may be what I do here in a little bit. But here's my calendula that was eaten by the deer. It has popped right back. It's kind of being crowded out by the potatoes. I can't even get through this walkway now because my potatoes have gotten so huge. But kind of the lighter green stuff, that's my purple potatoes, purple Vikings. And then I have Kennebecs now in grow bags, and they just totally grew out all in the walkway. I was able to walk through there, but not no more. So in about a month, these will be dyed back completely, and I'll be able to harvest potatoes, so that'll be fun. But this is kind of what the garden's looking like. So you're getting a mini tour. We've got tomatoes. We do have, oh, here, I'll show you this one because it's close. We have, you can see it, yep, down in there. A couple little Romas. And look, my chamomile is blooming. I'm super excited about that. I knew it was getting close. My tomatillos literally have blooms all over them, and I don't know if they like bloom and then pop out like tomatoes do. I'm not sure. And I had, oh, here, I was going to show you these cherries right down here. So I've got cherries growing, but look at all of the blooms on the tomatillos. So I'm curious. I'd like to get some. So I don't know if that's going to be a tomatillo or if that's going to be a leaf or if that's going to be a flower. The flowers looks like, I mean, just by my observation, the flowers look like they kind of grow down in and not necessarily up like that. So to be determined. I do not know. But anyway, and this is my squash, not my squash, sorry, my cantaloupe. I need to get my, maybe I'll just put it in here, but I need to get my little A-frame trellises out here because I'm going to try to grow them up the A-frames, and they're getting big enough now to where they're getting close where I could start probably training them up that. So, because they'll just sprawl out everywhere. And right now, I got tomatoes all in there that I can't get to. So once the potatoes come out in the beds, I'm going to pull these tomatoes out and move them down where I have a lot more space. But right now, she is what she is. My holy basil is blooming, and I kind of planted it for pollination because I know the pollinators love it. So I kind of did that. Plus I know that the leaves are good for medicinal purposes. I also need to harvest some basil because look at that. That basil plant is a lot. So my marigolds, but yeah, everything is looking really good. So I may do some little bit of harvesting here. We may do a little bit of harvesting. But oh, this one here is starting to put on buds too. So yay, that calendula plant. So whatever ate it, I think it's coming back and it's gonna be just fine. And that one is just got buds all over it. It's got blooms. I need to pick them actually and take them in and dry them. So my thoughts is to dehydrate my cabbage. The bugs are really getting to them. So I may just have to go ahead and harvest them before the bugs get to them, even though it's maybe a little, they're maybe not quite as big as they could get. But I need to feel them and see if they feel like they're firm enough. If they are, I'll probably go ahead and harvest. But yeah, I think I'm gonna grab that broccoli head for sure. And I think that one over there, pretty sure. And that's another cabbage down there. So I just need to check it and see what it's doing. But definitely the bugs have eaten on the leaves. And so I wanna make sure that I get it, but I think I'm gonna dehydrate the cabbage. That's my plan, so I hope you guys enjoyed my little garden expansion video. And before I go, I just want to say keep tending, keep thriving, and let's grow together. I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye, friends.